Hello, welcome to the July 11th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Rendon Chung, and today we are going to continue working on this elevator cable movement system thing. So let's load it up and see what we got so far. So here's what we got. So yesterday we got as far as being able to frob the cable, and your character kind of goes whoop and gets attached to it. And this we got so far. Oop, you know what? I actually forgot to get latest data, so let's do that right now. Update that. Oop, I also forgot my water. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna load. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna recompile it. And I think that attaching to the cable is a little bit too slow, so let's try to speed that up. I'm gonna open up our files. 1 minute, please. Okay, so here's the cable. Yeah, it feels a little bit slow, so let's try to speed that up. And 300 right now. Let's try throwing it in half, cutting it in half. Okay, so this block right here, actually let's do some comments. Attached to cable start point. And here we're going to make a new state, or we're going to handle the next state. If swoop state equals swoop state, move to end. Oops. There we go. All right. So. Equals game. Oops. Okay, so that's a start point, and then we want to tell it where we want the player to end up, and that would be the swoop end. So we want to get the location of the end position of this rope. So we're going to try to do that. And the swoop timer. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So we're going to copy some of this code. So what we're doing is we're LARPing between 0 and 1. 0.0 to 1.0. And that value, the LARP value, determines where we're moving the player between the start point and the end point. So start, so destination, set origin. Alright, here's some quick and dirty code. Let's see what happens. Alright, kind of works, sort of. Yeah. Okay, so it's happening really fast because I forgot to set a new timer or new time parameter for this. So let's make a new constant. Start time 150, move time, we're gonna make it half a second long. So this is in milliseconds. Milliseconds means 1000 milliseconds equals 1 second. So we're gonna make it 500. Actually, just for testing, we're gonna make it nice and slow so we can see what's happening. Also, let's try to add code for ejecting the player off the top of the rope. So we're going to do that through set linear velocity. Okay, let's figure out the best way of doing this. Vec3 jump direction equals swoop and ent get physics. Okay, so we're getting the direction that the end point is in, pointing toward. And we're going to try to launch the player forward as if they're getting shot off this rope like a cork out of a champagne bottle. Not quite. Okay, so they are getting thrown forward, but it's just a very short distance. Alright, it's getting there. How about let's try 512. Hey, pretty good. Add a light up here since it's so dark. Yeah, feels pretty good. It's a little bit far. Let's try cutting it in half. Ooh. It's pretty good. Yeah, feels all right. Cool, yeah. Kind of like it. Cool. Give me 1 second. Take care of something. Okay. Yeah, that feels all right. I'm okay with that. Let's beef it up just a little tiny bit. What else? What else do we need? Oh, right. So one of the things is that we want to be able to see the rope as you climb up it. Well, a couple things. A, we want to see the rope, and B, we also want to turn the player's viewpoint to face the direction that they will jump at the end. Yeah, so let's do those two things. So for right here, all right, let's see if we could do this. Origin plus forward times -8. All right, well, let's try it out. So what should happen is that I'll frob it, and then my viewpoint will see the rope, and they'll kind of like move behind the rope. Okay, I think that worked. Yeah. Yeah, feels okay. Well, let's just try it out. So that's a good start. And then we also want to transition the player's viewpoint and turn the view angle as they climb up the rope. Because right now, when you jump off the rope, it feels kind of weird to jump backwards. And what I want is for the player to jump forwards. And so to do that, I think we'll have to turn the player's viewpoint as they climb up. Where was that? Set view. Okay, I think this might be it. Okay. Three. So we want to turn the player's viewpoint toward the direction that the endpoint is wants to go in. So we're going to make a variable called end direction. I'm gonna throw this in here. Okay, all right. Direction. Well, let's just see if that works. I don't know. let's see if that works. Okay. Alright, so it kind of works. I mean, it is working, it just looks really jarring. Hmm. Hmm. It's not too bad. I'm trying to. So generally, whenever I put something into the game, I try to just play it a bunch of times and see how it feels. I don't know. It feels okay. So one thing is I think I am kind of hard coding the time that it takes to turn the player's viewpoint. Maybe if I didn't hard code that number, I could make it a little bit smoother. So what is it? Okay, it's hard coded at 250 milliseconds. Let's see what happens if I just change this to that same number. Oh, it's a little bit weird looking. Yeah, it feels way too fast. Can't even tell what's happening. Oh, let's do that. I think it feels a little bit weird, but I think maybe once we add sound effects and all that stuff, it'll read a lot better. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, it feels okay. It's a little bit. I don't know. It just looks very violent looking. I'm trying to find a way to smooth it out a little bit. This is very kind of herky-jerky. I had a thought. Maybe, what if we, instead of turning the player's viewpoint when you attach to the rope, what if we turn it when you jump off the rope? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but let's try it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Give that a shot. Oh, yikes. That feels bad. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels very disorienting. It feels better the way it was before. All right, I have a thought. Well, first let's check interchanges, because it's kind of working. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this call include a variable or argument called how long that determines how long it takes for the player to transition the how long it takes for the view transition to move. So I'm going to add that. We're also going to add a default value of 250. And the reason why we're doing that is so that it doesn't break, so that it does not break all the existing calls to this function. All the existing calls will just use this default value, which is fine. And we are going to go here, throw that in there. Start time. And we are going to add a view yaw move time. And we're going to assign that to that. Hey, all right. think that's all we need. Now, what that lets us do is set how long we want this transition time to be. I don't know, let's try 400. See how that feels. All right, I forgot that modifying the player header file makes the code take a long time to compile. So I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. Something I was thinking was that we can have the player like attach some kind of mechanical gripper device to the elevator cable to kind of explain why they're able to zip up and down the cable so quickly. I think that might be kind of a nice addition. Here we go. Oh, hey, I kind of like that. So we slowed down how long it takes to turn the player's head. Feels a little bit more, a little bit less herky-jerky, a little bit smoother. What we could do is just slow it down even more, because the player's still moving pretty fast. It takes half a second to travel on this thing. Let's just try 750 milliseconds and 600 milliseconds to turn the head. Feels pretty good. Yeah. It's not bad. All right, yeah. Let's stick with that. Cool. So something else I want to do is, because we made the rope into animated mesh, could do is make the mesh play, make the rope play some like jiggling animations whenever you use it. I think that might be kind of nice. I'm gonna add a light source to here, so I can see the rope easier. There we go. Okay, all right. Let's make a nice idle animation. 12. Yeah. Okay, dope sheet, editor, new animation. I'm gonna call this idle. Actually, let's call this default. I like to have a nice default animation that has no movement. Now let's do an idle. Okay. That. So we want the rope to kind of wiggle a little bit. Just some nice little ambient movement. Like a, I don't know, like an air conditioning unit is next to it or something. That too much? Oh shoot, I forgot to turn on. Oops. Let's try that again. I have some concerns. This is gonna look like some weird moving worm. Well, that's okay. Worms are all right. Yeah, it's gonna look like some weird sentient creature. Oh well, that's fine. Here. Let's wiggle it some more. Too much wiggle, I think. Let's tone down this wiggle. Uh, 8, 16, 24. Well, let's take a look at this weird animation. Ooh, no. That's not good. I guess dancing. Okay, well, a couple things. We could slow it down a bit so we can drag everything out and we get 50 frames. Oops. Come on. And also, we are going to delete the first frame, sorry, the last frame, and we're going to, so one thing that made it look a little bit weird was that it was defaulting to the perfectly straight rope on frame 0 and frame the last frame. So we're going to get rid of that state and give it a little bit of a wiggle at the beginning. Oops. That, and a little bit of that. Then we're going to copy this frame and put it back here. All right, let's take a look. It's a little bit weird. And also, if this is an elevator cable shaft, then the bottom should not be like, should be planted to the ground, right? I think that's how it should work. So I guess I'll need to do some IK on this thing. I kind of don't want to do that. Oh. Mouse Fountain says, I think maybe you can just offset the keyframes for the bones so they don't all move pose to pose. That can make it look more like an ambient wiggle. That is a really interesting idea. I really want to try that. Let's see. So we're gonna grab some keyframes, wiggle some stuff around. I kind of like that. So something that's weird is that the bottom is moving like a huge amount. And it's probably not good. Yeah, kind of like it. Looks nice and looks pretty natural. Let's try to figure out how to do IK in Blender. I did it once before for I was animating the hands on the character in Quadrilateral Cowboy. And I needed to make the character wiggle around, but have their hands stay on the handlebars. But it's been a while since I've done that, so I'm going to refresh what I've been doing. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, let's look at some websites and see how to pin a bone down. Trying to animate. Is there a way to pin a bone? There's kinematic. Go into pose mode, select the foot bone, add a constraint of type IK. Oh. Let's check in what we got so far, just so that we don't mess up what we got. Make sure our changes are all good. It seems okay. Okay. Working on elevator cable anim. Okay, let's check it all in. Okay, now that it's checked in, I feel okay with breaking everything. So we are going to, what did it say? Add, select the bone, edit buttons, add a constraint. Oh, how do we do that? How do we do that? Just want to pin this bone down. Constraints. Static. Oof. There's a lot of things going on here. I think what I did before was, oh shoot, I forgot to, all right, just fine. Great. So I think what I did before was I made a empty object and I moved it to where I wanted to pin the thing, I think. In my case is down here. Getting big. Let's give it a nice name. Name it. Okay, target. 1. Now we're going to go back here. Oh, come on. Select that thing. Back to pose mode. And we're going to try to target that. Rotation influence. Whoa! Did that work? Did that just work? What the heck? Huh. Check that out. I am legit shocked. That's pretty cool. Before I go any further, while this is fresh in my brain, let's do some notes. IK pinning. Okay, so let's write down what we just did. So select bone to pin, and then we click bone constraints button. Add bone constraint inverse kinematics. Make an empty object at pin location. And then for bone constraints, target field. All right, I think that's all the steps. Now comes the real test to see if this actually exports correctly and looks okay in the game. Save, 50, export, idle, 50 frames. Where's that cable? There it is. Their cable. All right, so we already have an animation. And now we need to tell this object to play an animation. Where is it? BC, that cable. Visualize, I think. Okay, can throw you in here. This and event play anim, idle, blend frame 0, looping, true. Pastoral Mac says eternal game dev feeling. Mouse Fountain says, I can't believe I've never thought of having a text document like this. Yeah, so I've been keeping a little text document that kind of has Blender notes in it on how to use Blender. I've been using Blender since 2012 or so, about 7 years, I guess. But still, I keep forgetting how to do things because I don't know. You'll use a certain technique once, and then you just won't use it again for the next year, and then you have to like go back to Google and search how to do it again, all over again. So I find it pretty helpful to keep this little document around that has super basic things that I keep returning to over and over again. Oh my god. This looks silly. But, yeah, the IK is working. Look at that. It is perfectly stationary at the bottom. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, I mean, I kind of think this might be pretty easily fixed. Maybe, hopefully. Let's just try increasing the amount of frames to 100. Oops. At 100. Or, yep. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. This cable is way too wiggly. Oh no, it made it worse. That doesn't make sense. Why did that happen? Oops. Okay. So animations and animation model files are all text files. The nice thing is we can just open it up. Take a look at it. Okay, so frame rate is 2,997 frames per second. A little bit too fast for what we want. So we are going to go here and make it 24. Save it, export it. So we've gone from way too fast to way too slow. It's okay. As long as we're making forward progress, everything is cool. So we are going to decrease it by, oh, actually just punch in a number, shan't we? 0.5. Hang on. I think there might be some weirdness happening. Let's just shut it down and restart it. There's kind of like a weird pause, right? Yeah, it's playing, then it's pausing, then it's playing. I think without the pause, if it just did not have the pause, it would look okay. Weird. Oh, because I'm exporting 100 frames. That's why. That's why. It's still a little bit weird, but kind of okay with it. Let's see what happens if we make it. We shorten it up a little bit. 25. 25. Wiggly worm. Worming out. All right. Now let's revert it back to what it was. Let's do save that 50. Save export. Yeah, that's a lot better. Cool. Cool. Mouse button says, oh, you could do something where you bump the animation speed up when you get off it and gradually slow it down, as if there was tension being released from the line. Yeah, I was thinking we can do some really fun animation stuff with on the cable when you ride up on it and use the cable. I think just playing a can animation would be kind of nice. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay. All right. Yeah, pretty happy with this. Nice and simple. I kind of don't like how you clip through the rope. Let's do a slow motion version. So you go, whoop, then your like head slams through the rope. Kinda not great. If we want to get really mathy, we could orbit the camera around the rope. But kind of don't want to do math. So what I was thinking is that we could sorry, let me get my stuff set up. See, where is it? There you are. I was thinking we just offset the camera to the side of the rope somehow. Yeah, let's try it out. Excuse me. Where is it? There you are. 2 angles, 2 vectors. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see if I get the math correct. When you board the rope, we're going to go a little bit to the left of it. And then when we exit the rope, we want to go to a little bit to the right of it. And I think that might help avoid the camera slamming into the rope. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's check it in. Basic cable animation. Okay. I got an idea. Let's just modify the yeah, we're gonna modify just the ending. Move to end. Okay, here it is. Swoop end. Get physics. Right direction. Right direction. Okay, so we got the right direction of the end object. Now we are just gonna end right direction times 4 units. Let's try that out. So hopefully it should offset the player's position a little bit so that they don't slam their head through the cable. Uh-oh. Hang on. What did I do? Good. Oh, I was in no clip mode. That did not work at all. Looks like that did nothing. Let's try in slow motion. Yep. That is just digging right into that cable. Move to start. Well, let's just try making this number really big. Let's see what happens. Oh, I know why. I'm doing the wrong direction here. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, look at that. It's a little bit better. It doesn't quite fully solve it. Let's try tweaking that number a little bit. No, just gonna wiggle some numbers around. Okay. Feels okay, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, something else we should think about doing is having the player lower their weapon when they are on this cable. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna add a little to-do note. To do. Okay. Feels good. Feels good. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to call it a day for now. Thank you for joining me in the chat. It's been a lot of fun. I think we got a lot of stuff done. I'm pretty happy with this cable. I think we're gonna tweak it a little bit to make it feel better. I think I like how it's already functional and it works, and kind of like see how it could be useful during a combat. So cool. I'll see you all next time. All right, bye for now. Have a good day.